everybody, how we doing today? Happy Valentine's Day! Hello Eddie, how you doing? I'm not too bad. Just hung out with Mama Jedi today. And was not able to join my bed. Oh, all good, all good. Happy late birthday to you, by the way. Yesterday was your birthday, correct? Hello May, how are you today? Happy late not late. Well, for you it's late Valentine's Day.
Did you know there's an unused space battle map in EA's Battlefront 2?
Yeah,
Although
happy
Starfighter
late birthday,
only ever
Eddie.
had 5 space maps across all eras, with the 6th and
good.
final one being in Kamino's atmosphere. In Mission 5 of the campaign, you fight against an invading Imperial Starfleet over Naboo. This is one of the best looking space battles in the entire game, but for whatever reason, it's only available in the campaign. Not sure why, since this could have been an easy prequel content drop, especially since we only ever got Ryloth from the Clone Wars. And comparing it to the original Naboo, I can only imagine how other planets would look if we also got them in the game. In fact, there's a lot of other cut content and secret details about space maps across the Battlefront franchise. The Republic and Separatist capital ships were the first to get a playable interior, followed by the sequel trilogy Star Cruisers in Supremacy. But although DICE could never finish the interior of the original trilogy's capital ships before the game's cancellation, you do actually visit both of them in the campaign.
Find it.
In fact, a lot of the segments in the story mode take place in the Rebel Mon Calamari Star Cruiser, with one of the objectives mirroring Supremacy, having the player fly in through the hangar to land and then blow up some life support systems to take down the cruiser.
Was it on Discord? Yeah, it was on Discord. It's the easiest way to deal with copyright issues.
Nice insight to what they could have looked like with a larger map on Supremacy. There was a rumor that you could land on the Pulis Massa asteroid in the space battle of the original Battlefront 2. Now, many players don't actually get a chance to see this map since it's only available in Galactic Conquest. Because of this, I had to take out my own capital ship's vital systems to prolong the map.
Oh, you're fine, you're fine.
Using the landing animation glitch, I managed to get out of the Star Cruiser far enough to reach past the hangar's ledge, and then just left the shuttle in landing mode. It took a while for the ship to get far enough since the landing animation's pretty slow, but eventually you do hit the bottom of the map, which sadly doesn't reach the asteroid. By switching seats of the gunship, you can see that we're still pretty close to the capital ships. Kinda disappointing that the rumor isn't true, but at least now
we watched the first few episodes of Breaking Bad last night.
Mid-flight instead of taking off and flying out of the hangar like in the original. Although this happens a few times in the reboots campaign as a cutscene animation, in the original, this lets us do the landing glitch mentioned earlier, where you constantly spam take off and land, which moves the ship slightly forward every time. Using this glitch, you can get on top of the capital ships of any faction and is by far one of the coolest glitches in the game. Plus, if you're patient enough, you can get on top of the bridge, which gives you an even cooler view of the map and a really fun free fall down to the ship's main body. So if you have 40 minutes to spare, give it a go. Cool. Some areas also let you jump on top of the frigates as well, though for the time it takes, it's not as cool. But this iconic glitch is now limited to the original versions of the game, since they reduced the distance traveled in these animations for the newer versions of the classic collection, which takes way too long to just get out of the hangar as shown on screen. I tried both for 3 minutes straight, so clearly the original takes less time. You can also walk on the capital ships in the reboot of Battlefront 2. The easiest way to do this is by playing the Until Ashes campaign mission, where Iden crash lands onto an Imperial Star Destroyer.
Oh, that's cool.
This is by far the coolest battle scene in the entire game,
they all look
since
awesome
you get to see this amazing ship from up close while also fighting against an army of stormtroopers. Looking off in the distance, you can also see a lot of other ships, including this Mon Calamari cruiser that actually fires and hits the Star Destroyer you're standing on. You can also see the shields reacting to incoming fire near the bridge, which is a nice detail. I so wish this was included in different areas of the game, like in the smaller game modes of Blast and HVV. But sadly, the only other way to walk on a Star Cruiser is through a glitch, as seen on Vader Gamer's channel. In the third campaign mission, Dauntless, mentioned earlier, you can perform a series of glitches when boarding the Rebel cruiser that'll make your character float, allowing you to explore the outside. You can basically reach most points of interest around the map with this glitch, including the Star Destroyer all the way on the other side. The full tutorial video is in the description, but this glitch might not work on all platforms.
But it's a Spider-Man pocket
Space
knife.
battles
And
in
as you
instant
all
action
know,
include
Spider-Man and I,
sizes.
we the
Kashyyyk,
best
for
of
example,
buds.
is the small size with only one frigate, and the capital ships being really close. Felicia being medium-sized with 2 frigates and the ships being decently far away, and Megiddo being the large size with 3 frigates flying around both capital ships. But if you play these maps in Galactic Conquest, one of the 3 map sizes are chosen randomly, so these aren't exactly set in place. In fact, the devs did this for all maps in Galactic Conquest to try making each battle feel slightly different, including planets like Coruscant, which in the campaign have the largest map size in the prequel era, which has 2 capital ships and 1 frigate for each side, as well as these droid command centers that you can't interact with. In fact, the beta version had a lot more capital ships on this map, which could mean this was intended to be the next size up for space battles, but it was ultimately never implemented in the game because of hardware limitations. The Imperial Star Destroyer is seen with 2 hangars in the loading screens of the originals, but as shown in Phantom's videos, this is actually an earlier version of the capital ship. Although the inside textures are generally a lot less detailed, some include these cool starfighter racks and docking platforms that were taken out later on. The original trilogy ships both had 2 different entrances and hangars, which were connected by the auto turret room in the center thanks to these very long hallways. The internal support systems were also visible in the hangars of the prequel ships in the earlier builds. Plus, the rebels also had actual frigates alongside their transports, which to my knowledge were later replaced by the Tantive 4 ships instead. Playing the Fondor space battle, you can see the planet below the capital ship and its moon far off in the distance. But if you play the same map in the campaign mission, you'll notice that we're a lot closer to the moon and at a different rotation to the planet's surface. The fact that DICE even went through the effort to change the location of the space battle just goes to show how much detail they put in each map. Ryloth's space battle is one of the most unique, having the main objective centered around the Lucrehall control ship, which has never been more detailed in any other game, including the central reactor that looks like it's from the second Death Star and the hangars that Anakin used in Episode 1. The Republic Venator also jumps in from Lightspeed, which is so cool, and of course Ryloth looks pretty stunning. You can also see the CIS dreadnoughts off in the distance, but it's not as close as the Republic cruisers. This map makes me wonder what they could have done with other prequel space battles, especially with today's technology. You can actually fly into the Imperial Star Cruiser and shoot the internal systems from the inside. By going to the side of the ship opposite to the hangar, there's a barrier dead zone where blaster fire doesn't react to shields. This area lets you slip through the wall and fly inside the capital ship. Most of it is empty space, but you can actually shoot the internal systems and destroy them a lot faster using this method. You can also do this for the droid capital ship as well, between the bridge and the main hull, but you need invincibility to survive. Plus, this hangar floor doesn't actually have a reflection. As seen when we fly underneath, it instead duplicates and mirrors all the objects, which gives it this effect. So far, this hasn't been patched in the classic collections, but this could change. Some of the other planets only available in Galactic Conquest look really nice. You have a few ones that are kinda similar, but others really stand out, like Geonosis. The space aura surrounding the map also changes to match the same color, which gives each planet a unique feeling. Honestly wish the Classic Collections just gave us all maps in instant action like they did for HVV. But there's so much more hidden details scattered around other maps across the Battlefront franchise. Find out more in this video here.
That's lots of cool. Yeah. Oh, thank you for the head pat. Ooh. I haven't gotten head pats in a while. Ah! That hurts! I don't think I've ever tried to fix the twofer. I'm gonna get hit again. Fuck. When's it coming? It's like, I'm now like anxiously waiting
Today I'm going to show you some of Battlefront 2's rarest Easter eggs and secret details. Some of these are actually quite hard to find, and I'm honestly surprised anyone in the community even figured out how to find them. And if you're familiar with Battlefront 2, you might have seen some of these before, but I hope in this video I also show you something new. And before we get started, if there are any Easter eggs that you know of that I don't mention in this video, please let me know in the comments, and also subscribe so I can get to 1 million subs before Battlefront 3. Hey everyone, it's Andrew. This Easter egg is probably the most complicated to unlock. Update, and completing this Easter egg is the only way to unlock the resilient appearance for Raid with epic rarity. You'll want to head to Takodana in online co-op. This mode is the only place to unlock this Easter egg. You might need to play a few maps before you even get to Takodana on the rotation, just as a heads up. This one also takes quite a bit of time to complete, so once you spawn, head over to Mars's castle and make your way around
another
the back.
head pad.
Once here, you should be able to find this blue and red Orbesh writing on the back
my
of the
head.
wall. And it says the pirate is hiding something. What could that mean? This here is our first clue to solving this Easter egg mystery. What pirate could this be referring to? If you head inside the castle up to the 2nd level and enter this room, you'll find this painting of the pirate, Hondo Anaka.
At your service.
But Hondo here isn't the Easter egg. He's just a step along the way. If you shoot the painting, you'll be prompted to pick up a coin. So hold the button down to grab that, then head back outside.
Oh my God.
Once outside, you'll want to head over to where Slave 1 is parked. A little side note, I have no idea why Slave 1 is on Takodana during the Age of Resistance. But if you stand here, you'll once again be prompted again to press square, with 3 separate buttons in front of you. Here, you want to press left first, then right, and then the middle one. This then causes these lights in front of Slave 1 to flash, and these flashing lights represent the 501st. The left one flashes 5 times, the middle 0, and the right one once. 501st. Well, if you head back to Mars's castle, you'll notice there's actually a 501st Legion flag hanging here. You need to get up there. So go inside, climb the stairs, head out onto the roof, and then drop down onto this little ledge next to the flag. And you'll once again get a button prompt. Press that, and you'll see this bridge slide back into the castle wall. Next, you need to head into the basement of the castle. Run to the end of the hallway and look for the room you see Rey in during Force Awakens. Here, you can open the door, watch as it slowly rises, and once inside, you'll unlock the milestone it calls to you. That's the Rey skin being unlocked. If you look down here though, you can see this image of all the developers who worked on the game, which my friends decided to shoot to pieces.
I'm trying to take a photo of it, you guys are just shooting it up.
So here's a better quality version. In this room, you can also see the box that holds Anakin's lightsaber, which Rey eventually gets, unlocks the flashback sequence for her in the movie, and there are a few other little knickknacks around the room as well, like this gong. But once you finish the round, you can then head back to the main menu where you'll find a crate called Resilient, which contains the Rey appearance. Pretty cool that the developers decided to include this Easter egg of themselves in Battlefront 2 though, which I think is part of their way of saying farewell and thank you, as this was added as part of the last update to Battlefront 2 and commemorates their time spent working on the game.
Hey,
can we actually see the lightsaber?
So much bullet holes.
There's an Easter egg you can find in Battlefront 2 aboard the first Resurgent class Star Destroyer. It's a reference to something outside of Star Wars canon. If you head into the cafeteria section of the Star Destroyer, you can find Matt the Radar Technician's uniform being pressed by an iron droid. This is a reference to the skit from SNL called Star Wars Undercover Boss Starkiller Base, which released in 2016, where Kylo Ren goes undercover on Starkiller Base as Matt the Radar Technician.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
Also, the First Order ironing droid first appeared in The Last Jedi and is a real thing.
I'm not Matt. I'm
Kylo Ren. You're Kylo Ren.
You're Kylo Ren, we know.
Also, aboard the Star Destroyer in the cafeteria, you can actually interact with the food distributor, and a tray of food will appear at multiple stations. Stormtroopers gotta eat. And there are quite a few different trays of food dispensed from multiple stations here. Also, just gotta say, is this porg? Are they serving porg aboard the First Order Star Destroyer? Now this is possibly the hardest Easter egg to find in Battlefront 2 because you have to unlock it in the dark while being hunted by flesh-eating teddy bears of the forest. An Ewok hunt placed around one of the 2 maps in this game mode are a bunch of pies. There are 2 Ewok hunt maps. The pies will only appear on one of them, so make sure you're on the correct map when playing. And apparently there are about 8 of these pies, but to unlock this Easter egg, you'll only need to find 5 of them. You also need to be a Stormtrooper to unlock the Easter egg. You can't be playing as an Ewok. Ewok because you need to go around and shoot the 5 pies. The best way of getting this done is to load in with a bunch of friends so you can all search for pies at the same time and hopefully survive long enough to actually see and witness the Easter egg.
I do have a torch on. Oh, I just got stabbed.
Oh, you just got shanked.
Now, once you shoot 5 of these pies, your screen will likely start shaking. From here, use your mini-map to head to the northwest part of the map. And you can come across this bunker that is now open. The door to this was previously closed, but now you can walk in here, walk over to this console and hold down the button, and the Star Wars theme song will play out as a transmission.
You guys hear that?
Oh, that's epic.
Oh man, we're defending the bunker.
I've never seen this rare Battlefront 2 ability happen in live gameplay, but did you know that Count Dooku and Yoda have a rare interaction in Battlefront 2 that's a reference to their face-off in Attack of the Clones? If Dooku shoots Force Lightning at Yoda while Yoda's blocking, Yoda can shoot the Force Lightning back by immediately pressing the Force push button. Oh.
There we go.
There you go.
He shot it back to you.
Cool.
And the same thing happens if you try this with Palpatine. Yoda is the only character in the game that's able to send back Force Lightning, but other characters are able to absorb lightning with their lightsaber, just like Obi-Wan did with Count Dooku in Attack of the Clones. But please, if you've seen this happen in an actual game, let me know. I've never seen it. And I think it's so cool that the developers went to this level of detail, making Yoda and Count Dooku and Palpatine's interactions feel like they did in the movies. This is arguably the darkest Easter egg in Battlefront 2. Either that, or it's the most hilarious. You can only find it on the Geonosis map in Galactic Assault, as it appears on one of these screens near this Republic Ford Command Center. Also, just as a heads up, if you go here in modes that aren't Galactic Assault, the screens will be blank, and all you'll see are the handprints left by your fallen clone brothers, but no Easter egg. Now, you'll likely die multiple times trying to look at this as well, as you're in the middle of a Battlefront war zone. But take a look at this map here. You can see on this screen. To some of you, part of this might look familiar. This here is a map of Earth's Great Lakes, the largest group of freshwater lakes on Earth, located on the United States-Canadian border. Put them side by side, and they're almost identical. You know what this means? The Battlefront 2 devs are trying to tell us that Earth and Geonosis are the same planet!
What?
So my theory here is that with Star Wars happening a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, the once barren planet of Geonosis evolved into Earth. Where we are now, on Earth, is Geonosis. Either that, or this is a warning, and it's the other way around. And Earth becomes Geonosis after an apocalypse, leaving the planet dry and barren, a desert, and infested with giant cockroaches called Geonosians. Next time you're on Felucia in Battlefront 2, take a closer look inside some of these small Felucian houses, because inside, stuck to the walls and cupboards, you'll find a few children's drawings with some rather interesting details. If you get close enough, here you can see that this is a drawing of an Acklay, that creature Obi-Wan faces in the Geonosis arena. Now, EA's Battlefront 2 might not have Acklay roaming the forest like they were in the original Battlefront 2, probably the scariest story mission in that game, considering how quickly they come at you with their pincers, but at least we have a drawing of one here that was likely done by a developer. Kind of funny to think that a developer spent probably a day just making children's drawings. And
that's hilarious, actually.
On this same piece of paper, we can see a jelly grub, which were very briefly seen in the background of Revenge of the Sith on Felucia, ridden by clones during the Battle of Felucia. And there are also some dead corpses of jelly grubs lying around with green flames across the Felucia map in Battlefront 2. Here we have a Felucian bird, which you will see flying overhead on the map. This is a Felucian manta, which you can also see flying overhead, and this I think is just one of the mushroom plants we see all over the planet's surface. A few more cool details on Felucia. Someone has a pet snail who's just chilling here in this house like a cat. In this same house are a set of dentures, I assume for a Felucian to put in their teeth, or to use as teeth. Does it gross you out that they're just sitting out like this on the side table? It's like they're not in a cup or a glass or even on a plate or nothing. They're just on the table. What are you doing? And in here is also a postcard of Naboo's Theed Palace. Perhaps the Felucians who live here went to visit Naboo before the Clone Wars. In another house on Felucia, you can also find a fridge magnet from Naboo of the Theed Palace archway. Clearly, these Felucian families are into their intergalactic tourism.
Is that legal?
Now, if you know of any other rare Easter eggs and details across other maps in Battlefront 2, please let me know in the comments. Now, before we get started, today I just want to thank War Thunder for sponsoring this video and push for Battlefront 3. Hey everyone, it's Andrew. Now, this first one is a bit tricky to figure out what actually happened. I was playing as the
really
First Order Jet Trooper on Crate and flew myself to land up on top of the AT-M6 Walker. Now, while up here, I was trying to get a few kills, but the First Order Jet Trooper's blaster doesn't have the greatest range, so I moved myself onto the head of the AT-M6, the cockpit, when something strange happened. Oh, I got a kill! How? I have no idea, but we did it. Did we step on someone? Is that what just happened? Yes, I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. But the strange thing is, I'm not piloting the AT-M6. In fact, on Crate, no one can pilot the AT-M6s. The AT-M6s are completely AI controlled, meaning that for some reason, when the AT-M6 killed or stepped on another player, it registered as my kill. If you think something else happened here, please let me know, but I've never seen this before, and I wasn't firing my blaster at the time of getting the kill. Possibly the rarest kill I have ever achieved in Battlefront 2. And while we're still on Crate, another extremely rare thing that I personally have never seen happen before, when playing as the Resistance, my team actually ended up coming together and taking down one of the AT-M6 walkers. Come on, walk it down, surely. Walk it down, yes. It's going down, yes, we killed a walker. Amazing. Like I said, this is something I have never seen happen before, because this phase of Crate is one of the most one-sided sections of a map, I think, in all Battlefront 2. The Resistance are not only retreating in this instance, but are only really armed with the ski speeders and some of those turrets, which don't really do much, whereas the First Order have the AI-controlled AT-M6s, which also provide them with more cover. They also have AT-STs and TIE fighters flying overhead. The Resistance here are seriously outgunned, which probably makes Crate one of the most lore-accurate maps in Battlefront 2. But also, interestingly, something I didn't know, when you take down the walker on Crate, it doesn't fall over just like it does on Hoth. Instead, it kind of just slumps its head and will stop firing at the Resistance. I'd love to know if you've ever experienced a match on Crate where you take down both the walkers as the Resistance. I've never seen that happen before. I've just been slaughtered every single time I've tried. What? And speaking of lore accurate, have you ever seen Darth Maul survive falling down a reactor shaft? In this clip I saw on Reddit from Josie26, both Darth Maul and Palpatine are pushed down a reactor shaft by Obi-Wan Kenobi, and yet Maul somehow survives. The only difference is he still has his legs. Today, I just want to thank War Thunder for sponsoring this video and supporting the channel. War Thunder is the most comprehensive video, and thanks again to War Thunder for sponsoring this video. When playing on Kashyyyk, especially in Heroes vs Villains or Hero Showdown, did you know that you can actually land on the tree branches? Technically, the Wookiees live in tree houses, and in this clip, Dooku gets to experience exactly this. By technicality,
they live in a tree house.
Luke pushes him and Dooku lands on a branch, saving him from falling to his demise, but then when he tries to get back up on the platform, he makes a fool of himself, knocks his head, and falls all the way down to the beach. I've never seen Darth Vader be killed by the blast doors, or any player for that matter. And unfortunately for Vader, even though he was having a lore-accurate duel with his son on the second Death Star, the blast doors decided to intervene and end him once and for all.
I didn't know that could happen.
Surely Darth Vader getting sliced by the blast doors again has to be one of the rarest deaths I've ever seen in Battlefront 2. So 2015 Star Wars Battlefront's main game mode was Walker Assault, all about taking down the AT-AT walkers. And the most accurate recreation of that experience in Battlefront 2 is on the Galactic Assault Hoth map. But unlike in 2015's Battlefront, it's extremely rare that your team playing as the Rebels are actually able to take down the AT-AT walkers. And usually what happens is you fail the walker section and move into the next part of the battle inside the Rebel base. But while streaming the other day, our team somehow actually managed to take down both walkers. Surely we get it done. Oh my gosh, it's so close. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes, we did it. What? In my experience, achieving this is extremely rare, and playing as the Rebels, you never feel like you have enough time in this phase of the match to actually take down the walkers. It takes a highly coordinated team effort to do so. And if you achieve this, the match ends. You don't actually have to play the indoor sections. The walkers are destroyed, and the Rebels win the day. This is crazy. What a game. But even rarer than this is actually seeing someone use a snowspeeder to hook the walkers on Hoth. In Battlefront 2015, this was significantly easier to do, and I recall achieving this multiple times, whereas in Battlefront 2, I don't think I've ever hooked a walker. Usually while trying to do this in Battlefront 2, you're targeted and shot down by an enemy TIE fighter, and don't even necessarily get the chance to do so. What also makes it difficult is that the walkers need to be exposed to do this. You need someone to shoot them with the ion charge, which then makes them vulnerable for attack, which also makes it much harder to time when you can actually go in and hook the walker, and is likely why I've never achieved this myself and have barely ever seen anyone do it.
I'm doing it, guys! I did it!
You literally just don't even see people using the tow cable on Hoth because they never get the chance to do so. You end up being like Luke's co-pilot in Empire Strikes Back.
Yep.
Something that happens quite frequently when playing Hero Showdown is being in a match with only 3 players, yourself included. Hero Showdown is a 4-player game mode, but a lot of the time you'll load into a match and then someone leaves, leaving you in a 2v1. Now, what I, and I'm sure a lot of you have rarely seen happen in this instance, is the 2 players who are on the same team respecting the rules of a 1v1. Usually what happens is those 2 players hunt that 1 player down and absolutely kill you over and over again. But sometimes, on those rare special occasions, those 2 players respect the fine art of dueling, and only 1 player will engage while the other one watches. If the alone player wins the duel, he can then face off against the other player on the opposing team. Guys, if you're playing Hero Showdown, I'm sure so many people who played this game mode would really respect if you're in this situation to only do 1v1s. But I personally have rarely seen that happen. Hey. This is possibly the most lore-accurate death I've ever seen in Battlefront 2. Boba Fett sent flying into the Sarlacc pit. The good news for him is that on Felucia in Battlefront 2, the Sarlacc is actually dead, so he'd have a much easier time getting out of there and wouldn't be slowly digested over the next 10,000 years. Something that happens maybe not so rarely in Starfighter Assault is being destroyed by one of the ships that drops out of Lightspeed. And this makes me wonder, did this ever happen in Star Wars canon? Were there ships that jumped out of Lightspeed and absolutely annihilated smaller ships because they didn't get their positioning right? Or just didn't know they were there?
Rogue One, yeah. Yep, Outlaws
also playing
shows
Starfighter Assault, it's quite rare to see a player using a hero ship that has all purple star cards. The hero ships might be the hardest to level up in Battlefront 2, just because it's less likely that you're going to be playing as them. They're not available in any of the other non-Starfighter game modes, and even in these game modes, you usually don't end up flying them for all that long. Do you have purple star cards on your hero ships? I certainly don't. Oh no. Oh, this next one I also saw on Reddit and have never seen happen before in Battlefront 2, submitted by ChrisGamer08. In a match of Heroes vs Villains in the Venator, the AI Gonk droid just happened to be walking at this part of the map during the hero intro cinematic.
So it looks like
the Gonk droid wants to be part of the team. Maybe this is EA hinting that one day they are going to give us playable Gonk droids.
Oh
It's
man,
pretty
I
rare
love
to
it.
fall off a cliff or platform in Battlefront 2 and actually survive, but Darth Maul seems to be making a habit of it. On Kessel, there's a specific part of the map where if you fall off, you will be out of bounds, but you can land on somewhat of an invisible platform, and then while playing as a hero, jump back up to safety.
Oh my gosh, I came back from that.
Extremely rare and lucky to land here, but it had to be Darth Maul.
Brilliant.
Do you know you can get stepped
course.
on and completely crushed by the ATT? Look at it. This can't step on me, surely. Whoa! I knew that if you were hit by the ATT's legs, you would likely die, but I did not realize it could all out flatten you, step on you, as if you're an insect. And this only works if you're playing as the opposing team, as a separatist. If you're playing as a clone, I'm pretty sure nothing happens here, but it's pretty rare that you get completely flattened in the way that I did here. Have you ever destroyed or seen the MTT destroyed on Naboo while playing Galactic Assault? Because I think in my 8 years of playing Battlefront 2, I've only ever achieved this once. I don't even have footage of it that I can find. To actually take out the MTT on Naboo, you need some crazy teamwork, and for your team to keep running, getting the Ion Disruptor, and basically have your whole team fire at it every single time without worrying about other infantry. One of those things that's an extremely rare sight, which would make it so rewarding if you ever actually won the battle by doing this. Have you ever actually got a kill streak in the U-Wing? The answer to this is probably no for most of you. One, because how often do you get to play in the U-Wing? And number two, because it's basically impossible to see anyone down on the map when in this thing. The U-Wing is on rails, you're not actually in control of it, and when aiming using its turret, it's almost impossible to see players through all the shrubbery, through the trees, and you end up just spinning around in circles the whole time in this. Pretty rare that you can actually get a kill or two, so if you've ever achieved this, congrats. You're doing better than most players. But please let me know of any other rare moments you've had in Battlefront 2, things that rarely ever happen. Also, thanks again to War Thunder for sponsoring the video. Don't forget you can play for free on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and mobile, and use my link in the description to get the limited time.
Boom. Huh?
Tonight on Kitchen Nightmares.
The problem here is the food sucks.
Chef Ramsay heads to the heart of America.
God bless Middle America.
South Bend, Indiana.
That looks like it closed down 10 years ago.
And find some unforgivable food.
It looks like a fucking God's dinner. What is that?
In need of extraordinary help.
Good and gracious God, we ask to bless.
Yeah, we saw that. This thumbnail, though, is far more interesting. What the heck? Oh, the Evolve! Wait, Evolve still exists? I thought Evolve just pretty much didn't exist anymore. Freaking plague gameplay. Now I gotta Google, is Evolve still live? Okay, so there's workarounds, but the game itself is technically dead. So this was, peer-to-peer functionality, essentially. Okay, so that's how they were able to do that. I like the concept of Evolve a lot. damn. It's crazy seeing gameplay from this for so much later. It's been so long. So long since I've seen any gameplay from this. Such a cool game concept. It's such a shame that it kind of died. Oh no! Oh, they set up a barrier so they can't leave. It's temporary though. Get out of there! It's cool seeing gameplay of this again. It's been a really long time since I have. That's the final stage, or is there one more? Yeah, the goal of the monster was to destroy the power relay, or all the hunters. But you'd get issues like this, where while you could technically survive because you got so much more health and such stronger abilities, and an armor, it still was ridiculously hard. Yeah. I'm assuming they're going to win. Because it just wouldn't be something they'd want to share otherwise, but... Trapper is dead! Yep, and that's how it usually go. Typically get one, maybe two, and then the others would be able to get you. Especially after your armor goes down. Yeah. Evolve was such a cool concept. It's unfortunate that it died. I kinda wish it would come back in a form. Well, we have a daily dose. I've been dancing around it. We should watch that. Ba, 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 ba.
Hello everyone, this is your daily dose of internet.
Holy.
3, 2, 1.
Let's do it.
I mean, he did it. He's like, feed me.
This guy dropped off his parcel while stuck in traffic.
That is crazy. That's crazy.
This couple decided to get married on a plane.
I pronounce you man and wife. You may not be right.
He used the oldest trick in
That's
the
cool.
book.
No way did the oldest trick in the book work so well.
The teacher wanted to show his students his hidden talent.
Being crazy? Is that what he was
Why
trying
is
to
this
show?
so
That he was crazy?
hypnotizing?
Holy. That is so cool.
So when it gets cold here in Florida, thousands of manatees gather up here at the power plant. It's pushing out a lot of warm water, and that's how they're able to survive this winter. But I mean, there's literally thousands of them. Some even beached out of the water over there.
They really didn't think this one through.
Hey! Hey! Give us some time.
They didn't think it through.
This waterfall has frozen itself a protective ice wall.
Oh, that's so cool. How did that even happen?
I've never seen an albino raccoon before.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, stay back, buddy. Whoa, stay back, buddy.
What are you?
Is it blonde or white?
This tortoise had to escape from his burning home.
No, his home.
This tennis tech allows blind people to follow along with the game.
That's so cool.
Straight up, I don't know if this cat is full of steroids, but god damn, this is. Look.
What?
God damn, look at his muscles. He got
Whoa!
This is what a wave looks like underwater. I have never seen a baby pineapple before.
Oh, you give that to the teeny tiny squirrel in your basement. Okay. The wind took him away, said, no, it's not time.
Zion, it's not a phone, you can't zoom in.
God dang.
This beach froze
Kids
over,
are so
this guy
trained
decided
with
to go
phones
skating.
that they don't know how to deal with a normal photo. No, that hurts my soul.
Alright, tilt it back. A little bit more. Stop. Stay right there. Do not move. Now smile. Alright, let me see your duck face. Ooh, and your serious face? Don't move. Wow.
You look good, by the way.
So do you.
What?
This guy sent his GoPro into space.
Ooh. God damn. Balloon and parachute. Oh, so that's how high up our balloons go before they pop.
So hoping this happens again.
The pure joy of it working. Yeah.
Triple.
This air purifier is insane.
Holy shit!
This is peak engineering.
Oh, I love that. We need more benches that do that. I gotta slurp when you're drinking.
Could someone please explain to me what's going on here?
Huh? Huh?
This pufferfish got caught in the bubbles.
It's okay, you'll find a way out. That's awesome. Ice skating with a walker.
This man built his own two-story igloo.
God damn. That's so cool.
My neighbors probably think I'm evil with my dog outside in the rainstorm, but he doesn't want to come inside. He wants to run, jump in that puddle over there, and he wants me to watch him.
Can I please have some wipers? Can I please have some wipers? Oh yeah, let me just caress the mirror.
Gotta caress the mirror real fast. Such strong direction right there. It's okay, you can get out. Just take a couple steps to your left.
You wonder how bad it is?
I don't think it's cold. God damn, it keeps cutting back to this insane professor.
This dog is evil for doing this.
Fucking
How did bro work this one out?
Okay, 9 plus 9 is 18. That's correct. So if 9 plus 9 is 18, then 9 plus 10 is...
Yeah, and the mandarin oranges are so... Oh, 11.
No.
This might be the world's smallest police dog.
Oh, 11! No. Oh, poor kid.
Yeah.
I can't tell if this is lazy or genius.
A bit of both, I'd say. Oh, it's leaning. It's taunting.
Trying to prove to my girlfriend that she can't hurt me. As you can see, I am totally unfazed.
Caden, what'd you do? You running? Yeah. They blew up the bathroom.
What the fuck?
Oh. Parked in the bathroom. Got it.
Oh.
European parking is crazy.
Oh. Don't make fun of me like that.
This dog has no chill.
Come on, dude. Give me a minute.
The dog's like, no, bitch, I'm gonna watch you go. God damn.
Oh.
Get it, cat, get it. Oh, fuck.
Oh, genre 4 essais, quoi.
I have never seen a car dance before.
You know, it's just vibing. As we all be doing. Yeah, the fact that frequencies do that is really, really cool.
Why are you looking at that? You don't know how to read. Do you know how to read? Can you read that sign? Okay.
Back to the crazy professor.
What?
Front flip, front flip.
This little guy never skips breakfast.
Best way to get breakfast right there. Theft. How high up it was able to go.
This guy couldn't be bothered to wait, so he made his own path.
Such a long way. I'm
I'm just gonna put it out there, y'all. There's some stupid barriers up too. Yo.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god, my nerves are shot. Like, that's stupid. Oh my god, please watch for traffic.
Look at Daddy's face.
Where's Daddy? I know exactly where he's putting it.
Next to your house.
Where's Daddy?
There he is.
Is that your dad?
Yeah, he's sleeping.
I didn't know
He's
spiders shed their
sleeping.
eyes.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
How did he even get in there?
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe we should ask him. The snow decided it was their time to go. They just disappear into the snow set. Freaking disappear into the snow set. Not a sunset, a snow set. Holy shit! It going! It going! He's still going.
That is the end of this video.
God
Just a reminder that if you enjoyed this video, I do have a YouTube channel called Daily Dose of Pets where I show the funniest pet videos on the internet. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you very, very soon. Later.
Crazy. This was... Wait, what?
Did you know Ahsoka was meant to be the next hero released for Battlefront 2?
That's
DICE
not
had
surprised.
prototypes of her motion captured animations, but since the game was cancelled, they just repurposed some of them to the ISB agent from the final Scarif DLC, which holds the two blaster pistols like their lightsabers, but... just like how other hero releases always had a good and bad theme to them, they were also planning on releasing Asajj Ventress as a counter to Ahsoka, which is so fitting since the last prequel heroes we got were both their teachers. Though, DICE wanted to add a lot more blaster heroes after this. As seen from General Grievous's unused voice lines, they were clearly planning on adding Padme in the game.
Senator Amidala, I presume.
There was also a rumor that the ISB agent's face is actually Padme's with just a scar, but this hasn't been confirmed, so I don't know. What do you guys think?
I could see why
Plus,
people would say that.
It would have been pretty easy to add her in since Leia's adventure skin is actually the same one that Padme wore in the Clone Wars with just a different color.
Yeah.
And since there's always an opposite hero theme, they might have added Jango Fett as a counter since he was in the concept art of the game. Plus, DICE developer Matt Helge on Reddit said that Sabine was intended to be the light side counterpart to Boba Fett, plus Rex and Cad Bane were also on their list, but to his knowledge didn't get past the discussion phase. Although the Clone Wars content we got was the devs pushing for it since they knew what the fans wanted, content tie-ins to the films were more easily okayed by EA, since it was financially more appealing. But you're probably wondering then, why did we get the BB droids as the final hero releases?
Yeah.
Well, EA didn't actually push for these heroes specifically. In fact, Poe Dameron was originally intended to be the new blaster hero for this update, since Rey and Finn were already in the game, which would have been fitting considering we already have his Starfighter, but the character's actor, Oscar Isaac, never got back to them for recording voice lines. And since the dev team size was getting smaller for the cancellation of the game, the BB droids were a last-minute backup plan. This was also the reason why they couldn't finish the original trilogy capital ship interiors in time for the game's final update. EA also didn't approve a development extension, which led DICE to change the game mode's name to just Supremacy. Dennis also said in a now deleted tweet that they had a Mustafar prototype in the works along with Ahsoka and Ventress. But since it would have only been a HVV and Hero Showdown map, the team prioritized other planets that could be used with more than one game mode at the later ends of its live service. But a lot of people felt that Felucia should have been replaced with Coruscant instead, since it was barely seen in the TV shows and films. Plus, you could split the map from a Jedi Temple phase for smaller game modes to a street level for capital Supremacy. supremacy. But sadly, just like Bespin in Battlefront 1, the map would have had too much memory issues on the current gen hardware at the time, since everything would have to look hyper realistic. And apparently no one on the dev team wanted to make Coruscant for this reason. Felucia also started out as a small pitch in a dev jam, which is usually a meeting where devs throw around new concepts for fun and try out new tech. Plus,
this is how Droidekas
was really
which
small
is so
and were
good
all really
that they
passionate
added
about
those.
the idea,
They should have been there from the
chose
beginning.
to go through with it, which is really cool since no one expected to get Felucia at all. If anything, Utapau would have been a more probable planet from episode 3. Other maps like Dathomir were also concepts thrown around to go with Ahsoka and Asajj, most likely as a Heroes vs. Villains map, as well as Umbara for the bigger game modes later down the line. But since they created storylines for each big battle in Galactic Assault and Capital Supremacy, it didn't make sense for clones to fight droids on the map since it was never shown, meaning they would have had to create an entirely new faction for the one singular map, which is why they eventually cancelled this idea. The Umbra skin for the ARC Trooper might be the only reference to this map in the game, but this isn't confirmed. Speaking of which, there was a few skins cut from the game, like the C-3PO skin for Chewbacca that could easily have been done since they already made his model, but was too expensive to hire Anthony Daniels as a voice actor. Also, the Imperial Jump Troopers used the ones introduced in the Rebels TV show, which is technically their canon appearance. But there was an unused Imperial Sky Trooper skin found in the game's files, as seen from the channel Mophead's video. These troopers were originally introduced in the 2011 Disney exclusive toy set that showed off Imperials with jetpacks, but sadly weren't used anywhere else to my knowledge. Plus, the Rebels camo changes to match the color of the planet across all units with the exception of the officer class, which keeps the same outfit on all other planets except Hoth. But in some of the game's cutscenes and hidden in the files is an Endor and Death Star 2 skin respectively that was never used for some reason. And the Dracelian head also only appears in the campaign. Also, the two legions DICE created for the Republic only have a Phase 2 variant available in the game, but Phase 1 versions for both these legions do exist in the game's code. This is also the case for some hero skins as well. Most of Kylo Ren's hoodless Episode 7 skins are locked away, and Luke's black suit from Endor is only available in Battlefront 1, while the sequel uses his black robes from Tatooine. Speaking of which, game modes from Battlefront 1 like the Space to Ground Scarif map weren't ever included in the game. Although Capital Supremacy is kinda like the Death Star DLC, we never got the Starfighter phase since we're automatically transported to the capital ship. That's because the live dev team had nothing to do with the space battle gameplay post-launch since Criterion developed it, making it harder to change and tamper with, so there was never really any plans to add new content for the space battle side of the game. Which is a shame since there's even unused ships like the A-Wing from Battlefront 1 and the gunships for the CIS, Republic, and Empire that are just static models with no class of their own. Plus, some limited time game modes like Ewok Hunt became permanent additions to the game's lineup due to popularity. But Jetpack Cargo was also a highly requested game mode that never made a return because apparently it was way too buggy for some reason. And with the small dev team and time restraints, they decided to prioritize other things instead. But apparently, just like in the original games, they created generic Jedi models for internal testing versions of the game. In another dev jam, they tested a game mode on Kashyyyk where you play as a group of 4 generic Jedi fighting off waves of AI enemies as you make your way from the beach shoreline to the ship extraction zone.
That would have been so
each
cool.
Jedi only had one force ability. If they had more time to refine this idea, it's crazy to think we could have gotten an Order 66 style game mode or something similar, which probably would have been a fan favorite in co-op or instant action. You probably noticed that the weapon class system is very limited in Battlefront 2, having a default blaster per faction and 3 customizable weapons per class that are also sometimes duplicates. Meaning some weapons like the DC-15A and E5 for the prequel factions are non-customizable since they're both only default guns, giving them a clear disadvantage. Although I couldn't find an exact quote, I do remember them saying they wanted to eventually do a weapon rework where all the factions' default guns are available as customizable weapons and merge together the ones that already had this option. But sadly, weapons were low on their priority list since we only ever got 4 new guns throughout the live service support. And features like aiming down sights, which was in the first Battlefront game, never made it over to the sequel for some reason. Speaking of which, You're probably wondering why they never added all the DLC heroes from the first game.
Yeah.
Not only would it overcrowd the original trilogy hero pool, which already had the most amount of content at launch, but DICE wanted heroes to be more easily identifiable compared to regular units. Which is also why General Hux wasn't added, or Stormtrooper Han and Luke skins, even though it would have been easy to include. And since some of the alien hero heads were added as customizable items for the rebels, it would have only made it worse. Sadly though, hero guards from Battlefront 1 apparently were too problematic to work in with Battlefront 2's reinforcement system. But these and other unused skins could have eventually made their way into the game as new reinforcements, kinda like how they were used in the challenge missions in the first game. But like with most other features, that's if they had more time. Apparently they had so much other plans like crossplay and even a prestige system where you can trade in the max level for a blue icon and then green, etc. So although one more extra year of development could have grown Battlefront 2 into the ultimate Star Wars game, there's still a lot of hidden secrets in the content we did end up getting, especially in the clone skins. Find out more in this video here.
Nothing too crazy happened per se. But how you doing, Sophie? Hi. Being to speed while I was listening and get food. Okay, so Eddie popped in, said hi, and then spammed a lot of redeems in quick succession. And I was like, dude, you need to tone it down. They said, why? And they said, well, it's kind of going against the vibe of the stream here. Don't mind if you use them occasionally, but you need to tone it down. A minute or two go, like a minute goes by, and then you get the final message. So, yeah, nothing too crazy. Just laying down the law. Wasn't happy with law. I missed the first sentence because the microwave gave my AirPods interference, goddamn. But the rest I got, yeah, the very beginning was just, they came in and said hi. But I am just about to go into BRB, so I can move on over to game and go to bathroom. So I will be right back. back. I also just realized I didn't switch capture. Boop. 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 Better. There we go. Much better. Now let's put that down. And back into this we go. Let's see if I remember. I can... Oh, you can record. Interesting. Let's see if I can remember. So, WW right click, SW right. Space was to block, right? Yeah. Ah, fuck, why does the camera do that? But it was what? Oh well. Next mission. So we've done the squads, now it's the clubs. Okay. Let's see how well I can do. Let's see how well I can do. Time to start some Mortal Kombat. With a basic martial arts. Hey, ya dudes.
About it. If you're not on the list, you're not getting inside.
Fuck you. You guys shouldn't have seen me do that. Anyways.
Private party. Come back tomorrow. Back off now.
She can't keep up.
Fuck you. Martial artist I am. Just freaking beat up the guard. Okay. Anything? Nope. Okay.
Yeah? What do you want?
Sean?
Sean, where can I find him?
Guys, we got a problem here. I'm hitting you.
I need to dodge more.
Let's get the better of you. Please, don't hit me.
Where is Sean?
He's with the fighters for the burning. Only Sean's disciples have passes to get inside.
We'll see about that.
Thank you, sir. By the way, take a nap. All right. In we go. What, you want to fight? Come at me. Yeah, and then strong sweep. Fuck. I can get a lot of things. Perform a slide kick while running that knocks down enemies. And will lead into a series of lightning attacks. Hit and then pause. Interesting, you can hold to do that. Hold after a parry. Let's get this and see if I can actually successfully use it. Shift W on enemy hit. Let's get that too. So it was what? Haha, I got you to hit drones, bud. Bam! Oh, hi, who are you? You're gonna kill me at least once, aren't you? Fuck, I knew it. Yeah, I don't got enough to use any. What's this? Fuck. I knew it. Damage up, health down. So I can't do these yet because I don't have a high enough score. Yeah. But I can do one of these. So she's 30 now. Got a lot easier the moment I... Nice. let's go over this way, see where this leads. Or do I need a code for this one too?
I need the access card.
Okay, so yeah. Gotta go this way first. Can I go this way? I cannot. Bam! Ow! Fuck. That's right. I was wanting to check for down. What was it? Q or E? Control post parry. Running. Ba, ba, ba. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. Damn. Okay. Just wanted the buddy to take a little nap. Ooh. Did I?
The two giants over there. What's behind their door? Nice fight. Excellent.
Pop. Do I need to fight you? Oh fuck! Nice. Nice. Okay, doing solid. Ooh. Yes, please. All right. What are we gonna get in here? Fight. Doesn't look like it.
That's closed for tonight.
Yeah, sorry to say, but that's not why I'm here.
No way.
Cool. Hey, why don't you guys show me what's going on down there? Someone who's gonna stop these fighting rings. Fuck. I should get this. And try to actually successfully use it too. We should do a permanent unlock counter. Okay.
Haven't you had enough?
Not yet. Gotta get going. Okie dokie, Maze. Thank you for stopping in. Hope you have a good one.
Not so tough after all. Insane.
There we go. Easy peasy. Bye, bye, bye. Oh, shit. Why did that change suddenly? Hi. Who are you?
You were not supposed to be part of tonight's group.
Let me through.
I don't want any trouble.
You already found it.
Oh, fuck. Fucking hell. Space bar, asphalt push. I should do that. This isn't good.
You must enjoy the taste of defeat.
Oh, the hair's gotten longer. The hairstyle's changed.
Wake up.
Fuck. I need to start landing some parries. Fuck. Come closer. Fuck. This isn't good. You're right, I barely am. Yeah. Fuck yeah. God damn. Can directly enter the burning. That was rough. be nice if there was something that would extend the parry window. Fuck! I'm really not doing too good. Oh, fuck. I'm 40. Fuck. Ow! Oh my fucking god. Oh no.
What the? Again?
Yeah, sadly.
Shit! She's armed!
Fuck. Well, I could start getting these. Air's looking interesting. Looks like a 40-year-old now, too. Hey, come back here, dude.
Step forward. You're about to be tested.
Yeah?
Oh man.
No freaking way!
She has a weapon.
Yeah, I do.
Survival of the fittest.
Oh shit, this ain't good. Fuck! I messed up on the key press. Oh, this isn't good. This isn't good.
Damn! Thought it was over.
The winner becomes a king, and the loser a thief.
How many trials do I have left before meeting Sean?
2 more challenges lay ahead. Dexterity and endurance. But I'm afraid you'll be too late for the final trial.
Yeah, whatever.
You disappoint me.
I can't get the parry right. God dang. Oh well. Interesting.
Pick up your weapon. Come on! Show me what you got! Damn your best!
Take away your weapon, and it's not that hard. Didn't even get a hit out of this one. We'll swap it out. Don't know what that's about. Interesting.
End of the road for you.
What? Just a little drop like that was enough to kill me? Fuck.
You impress me.
Yeah? You're a grandma already, goddamn. You're only 50. Goddamn. Well, this ain't good.
Sifu, my arms are yours.
Oh!
Leave. I recognize that uniform. It represents a school for the weak and feeble.
Yeah. Fuck! Oh fuck, I'm not winning this fight. Yep, I am. Nope. fuck? I am not winning.
That was just the warm-up.
Yeah. Dude, what the fuck? God damn it! Oh, I'm not winning. Nope. I'm losing so bad. Fuck. Nope, not at all. But I can't seem to play the game for the life of me. Let's get out of that corner. Fuck. Well, I guess I'll see all of the age states.
You should go back to training.
I should, The game very quickly gets to the point of, you gotta be good. Oh, fuck. I am screwed. God, fuck. It's your oldest appearance. Will you still have enough strength left? God, fuck. I'm not winning this fight. Yeah, fuck. No. What the fuck was that fight? Fuck. I don't have the skills. Fighting games were never my thing. What's this about? So this is about this. This is such a high skill game. What the fuck? You lose control of the character. Just before being hit. To break the enemy's structure. Inflict attacks to prevent your structure from being broken. God damn. Fuck. There we go. Parry. That's what I want. What? Control, okay. So essentially I need to do deflections all the time to eventually get a parry. Oops, wrong one. God damn. Cannot defend themselves for a short while. Fuck. Yeah, I need a master parrying and stuff. Okay. I just started this, but I've already lost interest. Fuck. It's very fun. I've got minimal interest at the moment. What other games do I got? I don't have a lot of games on PC right now for stream. At least nothing that would be interesting at the moment. Could also just end. Any may be good. Not one with the longer ones, but I think I'll go ahead and end it now. Not because I have my ass kicked. No, that does suck. But I don't know. I'm tired. I wanna vibe. I feel like there's a game out there that uses this. Anyways, yeah, I think we're gonna end it here. Thank you all for being here. I hope you have a good day, night, all that fun, fancy jazz. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye!